Welcome everyone. Nice to be in this very international discussion. I'm really amazed by technology. As I say often, technology is great when it works, and seems to work very well. So I'm very impressed. My name is Jerome Dumet. I'm working for Unicorn College, which is a small university based in the Czech Republic. I'm going to tell you a little bit how this university has done to set up some online tools. It will be a complement to what my colleagues previously have said. I'll try to be as clear as possible. I'm not an IT guy myself. I deal with cross-cultural management, so I had to adapt a lot, and I must say it works pretty well. Basically, Unicorn College is a school. We got about 500 students. It's relatively small in the center of Prague, and it is essentially a IT school. We've got several programs in business and also in IT, but it is an IT school created by a successful IT entrepreneur in the Czech Republic, and it is managed by IT savvy orientated people who live through IT. So we are being sort of supported by an IT company behind us, who the company is developing its own programs for clients and so on. And so, of course, we have to be on the spearhead of all this work. And so technology is quite natural for us and for our students. So the entire study experience is actually based on our proprietary system. It's called Plus4U. It is a cloud-based solution where teachers, students, study department can actually access, send materials, schedules, grade roosters, material for classes, can submit material. So that is not uncommon in many universities, but we've got that from the very creation of the university. There's a learning curve for students and teachers alike to use the system, but of course it brings all kind of benefits. Often students, especially for instance exchange students, it's difficult for them for a few months to get on to work with this system. But at the end of their stay with us, they usually are looking back at this period very fondly, saying, "Oh well, back now, I wish my university had your system too." Now, what is interesting is that there's been a push from the management to really go into more technology. So, for instance, our premises are fully equipped to transform any lecture room into streaming sessions, which is very useful because we're having, of course, regular on-site bachelor and master programs, but we've got also part-times. In IT, it's very common. We've got a lot of professionals who go back to school to get a graduate degree and so on. And we've got also some students, for instance, located in the far east of Slovakia, and they're studying a program called Work and Study, where they work in one of our partner offices, and they study also with us. And so for them, they have the possibility to study online, but live sessions. So we're used to that. Now, what is interesting is that in the last 2 years, the push has intensified. It was, I would say, a topic to a lot of discussions internally, but we follow what's been decided upstairs. And so there's been an intense push to transform 100% into digital organizations, where all the textbooks, the courses even have been digitalized, and even assignments. So the idea is to be able to get a completely online experience based on the regular courses we've got. So we have been working hard to transform courses into online tools. So it's not exactly like some PDF that you download or just some podcast. It's a mixed. So you need to connect on the system. You create an account, and then you've got access to some courses. So here I illustrate macroeconomics, micro statistics, and so on. It's a lot of courses, and in parallel, we are using some other work. So, of course, when the crisis came, the school was very quick to react. We had a class 3 weeks ago on Tuesday and Wednesday. They closed the university, and in a couple of days, we were able to entirely switch to online, and practically no courses has been cancelled, postponed, or whatever. We are using Microsoft Teams, which is integrated with our software platform with Plus for You. So, for instance, in MS Teams, if you want to have access to the course description, you switch to our system. It works in a very smooth manner, and also the MS Teams is part of the Microsoft 365 that all our students receive. They get a license. That's part of their benefits of being a student with us. So all our students easily switch to MS Teams. Uh, Now, this was, I would say, a vindication to the approach that was made. Now, the strategy is a little bit different. We're using the experience right now to to test it in a way, and also because, well, it's a perfect solution for the problem. What we are trying to do is to apply for full accreditation for online course in the Czech Republic. As far as I know, no one's got that yet. So we're working on that. And so the idea is to create a program where students will get on-demand content, where they will be able to sign up for courses. And in the courses, they will be able to follow. Each course will be structured differently because, of course, it's not the same to teach programming or to teach macroeconomics or to teach management and so on. But depending on what the teachers have been working on, there will be podcasts, or they are actually, but the idea is to create an entire program like that, where you get podcast online textbooks. So we've been creating courses, we've been creating all our textbooks, and there will be online testing. This is one of the difficulties, is to arrange testing online, because even though we've had some courses through streaming and we've had podcasts for a long time, usually the testing were made still on site, and so the next frontier is really to work on a system that would be entirely online, and that's what we are now proposing. So the idea will be for students, or here, for instance, an example of a course about 3D printing, which is very useful right now. And so the idea is to create basically two programs. So we keep our regular on-site programs. Those ones won't change, although the students will get the extra benefits of being able to, like now, get access to online materials, which is already the case, but maybe they will get access to all this online like a podcast and textbooks and so on. And separately, there will be the same programs but entirely online. The idea is to merge our how do we call our programs, like part-timers will be merged to fully online with the use of teams kept mostly for consultation. So the idea is to to keep just some other software like Teams as a mean of communication and consultation with students and teachers, but all the rest will be through our platform that is now being used. As soon as the crisis started, we rendered all the material for free because that was a necessity and an opportunity. We've got several platforms where we're offering different types of programs. The courses that are more like educational courses on a platform called Red Monster, which were relatively cheap anyway. The idea was to sell them about €2 per course, so it's more like a marketing effort. Actually, we switched to a 1-year free license. We'll see how it will evolve over time, but probably that will be the business system will set up to you pay for 1 year, you got access to the material. You wanted to have access for more, you pay for more. It worked better than we thought. Right now, we've got most of our materials in Czech because that's our primary market, Czech and Slovakia. But we're actively working on the English side. But because we want to keep a very high quality, we're very careful with the translation. We're not just using Google Translate or something. We really work with the teachers to make it absolutely fine. We've had I just asked yesterday to get a bit of feedback, and our regular courses, educational, so something open to high school students and so on, got in a couple of weeks, we got 7,000 downloads, which is quite great. And we've also opened our university courses also for free. You need to sign up. It's very simple actually. And in the last few days, we've had a few hundred of downloads. And again, we're talking of rather tough topics. It goes from management to IT topics and so on. Maybe the 3D printing is also in demand because more and more people are using that to face the current crisis. This brings the end to my presentation. I like to keep all those presentations short to get to the point. I'll be available for anyone who's got some questions later on. Don't hesitate to visit our website. It exists in several languages, and to download those programs can be a good practice for your Czech. You got English courses, so that's also available to anyone. Feedback is useful, and if you need help or further information, don't hesitate to drop me a line. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tatiana.
So much.
Thank you, Dennis.
Presentation.